soon as we see some people. Whoa!
Watch out for that tree.
There's a tree right there.
Right.
That's how hungry we are.
You ready?
Yep, I think so.
I'm gonna get cracking.
Yeah. Because she's losing her patience.
You coming with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Regina, do you mind closing that? Thank you. I'm terrible at one-handed closing gates. All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Brittany and Bridget, and Regina's behind us. I'll show her in a minute. And Miss Priya Tiger here at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. And we're going to do a feeding tour today. Bridget has chosen about 7 cats that we're going to feed breakfast to. So make sure you guys share this, tag each other if you don't see your friends in this feed. Alert everybody that we're live. And Priya was losing all the patience, so Bridget just jumped on in.
They don't wait for us.
No, she's seen everybody go by at least 5 times and not feeding her, so she's losing it. You can see she's safely locked out of the section that Bridget is feeding in. Priya has the largest feeding lockout in the entire property. It's this whole section, but she's got 2 doors down. That way Bridget can safely put her hands in there to get all of this massive amount of food in and on the plate. Looks like she got a bunch today.
Yeah, we've got chicken drums, chicken thighs, and mush.
Nice.
All right.
And Priya's one of the weirdos that really likes mush, so that's good for her. So she's gonna open this door over here.
Ready?
All right, lady. Good job. Was it worth the wait? So the mush is a carnivore diet. It's the entire animal ground up, so there's all kinds of good nutrients in there like they would get in the wild. She's also got some chicken thighs and chicken drums. She always does the mush first.
Always.
Such a weirdo.
I've learned that if I build the moat with like on Friday's tiger bread or like the chicken, that she doesn't push it out as much. She's less likely to push it. You got to build like the barrier wall.
Yep. Makes sense.
I used to call it the meat moat.
That seems like a very accurate description. So if you guys just joined in, we just got started. Bridget's giving us a feeding tour this morning, and we're just with our first cat, Miss Priya. Get one of those drums. She likes her veggies.
And she's like, I've got priorities, woman.
I know. I like those veggies.
There it is.
Only 1 crunch? That didn't seem right.
Nope.
Yep. I knew that was happening. You're gonna crunch it a little more than that before you swallow it. There you go, babe. Good job, honey.
There's a part of me that's wondering how many people this morning are having their toast and they're like, oh, and we're just like, yeah.
Yeah, you lose a lot of sensitivity when you prep their diets and are like elbow deep in raw meat all the time. It's just like, especially all of us that don't even eat meat. Yeah. It's like, how do we just shut that off? But we do.
You just do. I think because it's for the cats.
Yeah.
It's different, and it's like, you know that this is how they survive.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of like,
this is what they were built to do. Yeah.
This is how they live and how they survive. So, you know, if I have to do this, if I have to do this at home, I'm like, oh, no, Andy, take over.
Yeah.
But here I'm like, do, in the mush.
Yep. Good job, lady. I think you're going to clean that plate. So I know we're starting with a tiger and we'll be ending with a tiger, but Bridget has picked actually a really good selection of different species here. So we'll see quite a few different cats along the way. That was a good one. Couple more crunches. Nope. I think she's gonna be finished here in a second. So we will carry on because every other cat on the property has been fully fed now. So it's just our 7 that are gonna be a little sad. So yeah, here's Regina. Hey. Regina's gonna be our backup and she's helping us with diets and gates and riding along for the tour. As long as she has a spot to sit. Yeah. All right, and thank you very much to everybody helping out in the comments on these types of tours. I don't always watch the screen. I'm usually just chit-chatting with the guide and the cats. All right, where are we going next?
Flint and Nabisco.
All right.
Yeah, we've got a rockin' moderator team, so we're great.
Yep.
Have you told them your exciting news?
I did on Thursday, yeah.
Shout out to this beautiful lady with her navy shirt.
I never ever put myself on camera, and I did it for the sake of the shirt.
I was going to say, if you didn't before, I was going to give you a huge shout out this morning. So.
I did. I selfied it for a hot second. And showed everybody the navy, so.
Just in case Brittany has not told you guys, getting to be a master keeper is a huge accomplishment. So this is major kudos for Brittany, who has been crushing it like every step of the way ever since she's got like her foot on this property. She's just been like, I'm going. She's a beast. Because she won't say those things about herself, but I can say that about her.
That is true. Oh, we have a biscuit.
All right.
Sneakies.
All
right. 2 of the best fluff boys.
I like to call them the wild men of Borneo.
That's appropriate too. Yeah, that's appropriate too. I don't see a biscuit behind that fern.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
Sorry you had to wait like 10 extra minutes. Here you go.
Take it. You just gotta eat it there.
He's daintily licking, yeah.
Aaron's next bobcat is shifted out of his lockdown section. Okay, I will be right there.
You can hear him barking.
Yep, that is definitely Flint. Such concentration, buddy.
He's so polite.
He is. Much more polite than your roommate.
Right?
He like closes his eyes too.
That's when you know the meal is really good.
Yeah. So dainty. Why do you eat with your front teeth? He's special on every level, I'm telling you. Perfect angel, but you're very special.
Oh, this kid cracks me up.
Thank you very much to anybody who has donated. I did see, it looks like somebody said we're at $135, which is amazing.
Sweet.
Unfortunately, we still can't see who's donating or how much, so I really appreciate you guys letting us know. And thank you very much to anybody who has donated. Sorry I can't personally shout you out, but I really, really appreciate it. Good job, buddy. Should we go feed the neighbor? It's just very into his mush.
He's like, I don't care. Just, I'm here. I'm having breakfast.
Yes. So Nabisco also got chicken thighs and mush.
Oh, buddy. Now this one you gotta make sure you're fully prepped and ready to go. There's no monkeying around with this one. Yeah, I know. Did you think they forgot about you?
No, we would never.
Are you the saddest boy? Oh, son of a nutcracker, man.
Did you just hiss?
Yes.
I didn't think that existed with old Flint anymore. You're a wild one. So Flint and Nabisco are both bobcats. Rah, rah, rah.
Goodness.
Flint's our youngest bobcat on property. He sadly failed our rehab and release program, so he was unreleasable because he cannot pass bone. And so there's no way he could have survived in the wild. Ow, ow, ow.
I always find it amazing that they're the same species and yet they look just so wildly different
So
based
different.
on their
Yep.
geographic location from where they were born.
Mm-hmm. Yep, super, super different.
But man, look at those claws.
I know, he doesn't even hide them. Like, they're
No.
just always available.
That's the terrifying part. And people are always like, why don't you touch them? And I'm like, there, right there. That's the reason.
Yep. Very scary, sir. So we do separate these guys at feeding time. We don't ever want the cats to feel like they have to compete for food or space. They can be extremely dangerous and there's no way you can break up a wild cat fight. So we don't even attempt that when it comes to feeding, enrichment, operant conditioning. All of those things can be extremely dangerous because the cats are very food motivated. So they are always, always separated. And then as soon as everybody has clean plates, our cleaners come around and they can put them back together. You still got some chicken, a whole thing of chicken behind you.
Dude, I'm sorry it wasn't on the slab.
My goodness.
I was so worried they weren't going to even feed me today.
I know. Like you're ever that deprived. Ooh. This chicken wire is always real fun.
Oh, I know.
We put chicken wire, you guys can see. So this is a feeding lockout. He's only in like a small box extended off the side of the cage. There's an elevated water bowl with a tile over it to keep debris from falling in. That is his food slab there that we can scrub off really easily. And then this layer of chicken wire is what's going to help keep like vultures or some of the larger birds from swooping in and trying to take food from the smaller cats. You got a long way to go, sir. Guess he does get kind of a ton of food for a little cat. Thank you guys very much, everybody helping out in the comments, including Andy.
Oh, hey, Sardone.
All right, you gotta finish that. That's the first thing feeders have to do, is make sure that cats that live together, when they're cleaning, that their food plates were empty so that you don't accidentally put them back together and then they want to fight over the food. It's not usually a problem.
Typically not. Every once in a while you get somebody who's like, I'm not as hungry today.
Yep. Especially on hot days like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Although when it's hot outside, I don't want to eat that much either. I'm just like, I'd rather just have lots of water.
Mm-hmm.
Which I realize isn't ideal, but that's why they make things like avocado salad.
Right, exactly. Something light and fresh. All right, sir, you better finish that. We're gonna go. I
He's
love.
like, all right.
Yeah, he's showing the prime examples of how the cats eat. Cats don't really chew. They use their teeth to like slice pieces that are just big enough for them to swallow. So it might look like they're chewing, but they're really just like slice and swallow till it's
Kind of
gone.
like serrated knives.
Mm-hmm, exactly. All right.
All right, we've got Zukari next.
Zoo.
We've got two small cat lockouts.
Uh-huh.
And then we got some bigger kids. Yay.
Yeah. It's a good list.
I really thought about Smalls, but I was like, we kind of always say hi to Smalls when you and I are
Yeah.
together,
And she's
so share the love.
right, and she gets so paranoid. I hate
know.
making her wait past everybody else because then she gets super suspicious. Hi, sir.
You ready?
Look at you in the sunlight.
Come on, buddy.
All right.
Thanks, man. I was like, my hands are gross, so if you don't want to touch a gross quick, I'll just... All right.
All right, so
Hi.
yeah, he's ready. So what she means by a lockout cat is you noticed with Priya, oh my goodness. With Priya, her lockouts were down, but with Flint and Nabisco, they were not. So now we're here with Zukari, an African serval, and he's on the naughty list for lockouts. So she has to get the food safely in.
This is mine.
Yes, he's a little spazzy, very aggressive. He also will swat and stick his arms out, so we just have to make sure that he doesn't do that, and then we pull the door up, and then he can come in and eat, hopefully slowly. Eat slowly, sir. We'll keep the talking to a minimum. Oh, buddy. Smaller bites. Smaller bites. I know. You're fine, I'm just standing up. Yeah, poor Zukari and Cyrus especially. They came from the same facility, and they definitely most likely had to compete for food, like with a lot of other cats, because the way these two cats scarf their food down, it's pretty much almost daily that they swallow it whole, regurgitate it, and then eat it again. And it makes me so sad because you know that behavior formed because
Is
they
a
were
conditioned behavior, yeah.
They're like, oh, if you don't eat this quick, and now you're not getting any because you have 15 other cats you're competing with. They were confiscated from a breeding facility in Ohio.
And he lived in what, like half of a garage?
Yeah, that's what we were told anyway. Yeah.
Again, if you think about him, like even here, he's got a good amount of space, but it's still not enough compared to what he would have in the wild.
Yeah.
Like half of a garage, like
Yeah.
one car, like a parking space.
Yeah,
Is the amount
exactly.
of space he had
Yeah.
compared to miles that he would roam in like the wild of wilds of Africa.
Yeah. I'm really proud of you though, bud. I thought we were going to re-see one of those pieces,
Yeah,
but
that first piece of thigh.
yeah, I was like, oh, there it goes. You did pretty darn good.
I just can't imagine people being like, yeah, I want to keep this as a pet. Like the way he acts at feeding time, especially.
Yeah.
Just the thought of that alone is ultra terrifying.
Yeah. Good job, sir.
We just had a Savannah cat in where I work, and it was about the size of him.
Yeah, I bet that
Jeez.
was intimidating.
Yeah.
Good job, sir.
And,
Thank you.
yeah.
Good finale.
He's like,
All
unless you got more.
done. Yep. All done. Sweet little baby face. Good job, sir. All right, we'll take that as a thank you and goodbye.
Get off my yard. Sorry, like tracking mud into your...
Oh, it's all good. This cart is a disaster. I need to just hose it down anyway.
I gave everybody a fun little preview of the trip around vacation rotation. With
Oh,
the,
yeah.
The calf high, the almost knee-deep water.
Yep.
I was like, no, you got breakfast.
You
I'm not
did.
falling for this.
He has 22,000 square feet, and Hutch is always laying in lockout. He did it all day the first day he was in there. I'm like, buddy, I worked so hard for you to have all this space to go on vacation.
And Cyrus are having a little, I'm not sure if we want to be friends
Oh.
thing. Cyrus does want to be friends.
Yeah.
Like on Friday, he had this cute little, like,
Look at him. You guys probably can't
can't
see
even
because
see
I
him.
can't zoom in.
Oh,
but
there he is.
Yeah, he's peeking
yeah,
out
yeah,
of
yeah.
his den. What a sneaky guy.
on Friday, Cyrus had this, like, butt wiggle run to the front of the, and Hutch was like, I don't know about you, man. You're weird. What the heck are you?
Who do you want to do first?
Let's do Cyrus.
Cyrus? Okay. All right, so we're gonna see Cyrus Caracal, who's probably real devastated that he hasn't had food yet.
Well, that's why I was like Zukari. He's gonna be like,
Yep. Yeah, that one goes in. There we go. Thanks.
oh, buddy,
In his
here.
usual spot.
we're here.
Don't worry, sir.
We did not forget about you.
So you can see that Cyrus is also a lockout cat. He made that naughty list. Right, sir? Yeah, I know, my love bug. Super ready. All right, I'm going to stand back, though, otherwise you scarf. Give you some space. There we go. You're okay. Eat slow. Slow it down. Cut off a piece, sir. There we go. Oh,
Yep.
Hutch is behind us. I'll swing around here in a second. Slower, smaller bites. Good grief.
Oh boy.
Good grief, sir. Poor babies. So Cyrus is a caracal. He should be native to regions like India and Africa, but unfortunately people think because they're a smaller breed like the African servals that they might make good pets because they're exotic and they're adorable, especially when they're kittens. But seeing the way that he jumps and grabs things and eats the way he does, very aggressive when he's in a squeeze cage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very aggressive. I mean, I still think you're eating too fast, but you're doing pretty good. Yeah, all big cats are solitary by nature, besides lions, who obviously do live in prides. You know, sometimes it can be done, especially from a young age, but a lot of the time, like I said, when they get older, they get sexually mature, they get territorial. It's impossible for you to break up a big cat fight, so we just don't even take the chance. They can all see each other. They, you know, obviously see their keepers all day long. They can see their neighbors, but we don't put them together because, again, we don't want them to ever feel like they need to compete for space or food or toys or attention. It works pretty well here.
You are ready. Yours to the ground.
There you go. Good job, sir.
Hi.
Look at that twirly tail.
That's it. You got it all.
Yep,
Every last crumb.
sure did. Is Hutch still back there?
Yes.
Hutchkins! We'll say hi to you even though you already had breakfast. Don't lie. Don't lie. What do you think of these caracals? Oh, goodness sakes. Was that your answer? I think it was. That was your answer?
Oh, Cyrus, I know you want to be friends, buddy.
I know, he's at the closest part he can. He really loved Nabisco when Nabisco was over here. What do you guys think of each other?
We've got a little bit, it's only 9:30, so.
Yeah. Hutch is only thinking about what you might be carrying in that container.
Right.
And Cyrus is like, be friends? Can we at least chat? Hutch is pretty chatty when he wants to be.
Hi, Hutch.
He's just not that interested right now. Okay. All right, you both of you and your twirly tails.
He's like, follow me to the feeding lockout.
Yes,
This is where
exactly.
I will show you where to go.
I mean, we'll walk over there, but just for the exercise. We're not handing out any more food. All right, well, now we have another brutally handsome man coming up.
Gotta find him first.
Yeah. Oh, I think I already see him. He's playing the behind the tree game.
Coming along for the ride.
I'm sure he is. All right, buddy. She's grabbing the diet. Guys, see that sneaky leopard?
I don't see him. Where is he?
I don't know. He's not shooting daggers through the tree or anything. So I don't know. I'm not going to walk up to him because then he always looks so insulted that I found him. He did. I think it was last week. He gave me just the look of all looks when I shouldn't have found him, but I found him. It was really funny.
He has probably one of the biggest personalities.
Yeah, 100%. So we're gonna see Jinx, our only leopard. He's a black leopard. Getting some good stuff today. He's still just peeking around the tree back there.
Right now he's staring me down.
Yeah, he's like, maybe you have something extra? Oh, yeah. He's got one eyeball on the side of the tree.
All right, Jinx, wherever you are, it's time for breakfast. Son of a nutcracker.
Oh, there he went.
I'm sorry.
Wrong one.
He's like, what is this, amateur hour?
Good job, buddy. Eat slow, though. I know. Try not to talk in your face too much. Go slow. Yeah, gotta go slower, sir. Yeah, you went too fast. Yeah, now we're grumbling about it.
I'm always so impressed. Like, his age, like, based on what we think his age is, and the fact that he can still, like, power through chicken drums.
Yeah, chicken drum like that. The chicken drums always amaze me because if you compare it to like your hand, they're basically the same size, almost the same color when you're wearing a glove. And the way they just easily slice through and swallow those is like, oh, buddy.
Yeah.
I know. All right, we're going to extra back up. You take your time, sir. We'll watch him from back here.
But also, again, like, that's one of my thoughts always is when, like, people are like, do you touch them? And I'm like, he can bite through a chicken drum like nothing.
Yeah.
And he's in his late teens, early 20s. So imagine if he was in his peak prime.
Yep.
How dangerous he could and would be. Especially given the fact that, you know, he's a leopard and they can carry 3 times their own body weight up a tree.
Yes, exactly. I know, take your time. Yeah, he just proved what they do if they eat too fast.
Yeah.
That's also why we super backed up, because we don't want him to feel any kind of pressure. And you can hear, even though he did a lot of crunching on those drums before, he still can crunch them more because he just ate them too fast. And what we'll do is we always chart those types of things, even though it's pretty common with a lot of the cats here, but we, especially with his age, being in his early 20s, we like to make sure that it is noted. So there's a chart that Bridget will be able to put in an observation for Jinx and just say that he ate breakfast super fast, regurgitated it, and he already practically has a clean plate again. I really thought one of the smaller guys would do it, but leave it to Jinx.
Hope no one's eating breakfast.
I know.
Yeah.
Much better. There, and you're already next to your water bowl.
Good job, buddy.
Yep, he'll get every last crumb. It's interesting because he used to be, was he on the feeding tour when we were doing those in person? I can't recall.
I can't remember. It's been
I
so
know
long.
he was on the keeper tours all the
I
time.
don't think he was on the feeding.
I think it was Armani.
I think it might have been Armani as well, because we did talk about how we had to like lay her food out in a thin layer all over her feeding slab.
Yes,
So
yep.
yeah, I think it was Armani.
Yep.
I think, especially at the beginning, he was kind of the wild man who was not to be trusted.
Yeah.
He just was like, I remember when he first got here and everybody was just like, oh man, this guy is intense.
Very intense. It took a long while for anyone to start seeing his goofy side. All right, here, I'm gonna, one more close up just so people know you're okay. You're perfectly fine.
Right?
Clean plate, sir. Hi.
The golf cart is moving.
Yeah, he's like, what else could be on the golf cart? All right, bud. He's very locked onto Regina today. All right, get some water. Something you're wearing or have today. He's all about it. Look at Hutch over here.
Oh, jeez.
What are you doing? Are you spying? Oh my word, I've never gotten so many hisses from you in my life. All right, so who is next or last? Is it our last cat? Okay.
Is the next and last.
All right, we're gonna go see Jasmine Tiger. So to answer just a couple quick questions that I did see scroll by, We do a lot of lives here at Big Cat Rescue. You can find them all at dailybigcat.com. So Bridget and Andy usually do lives over the weekends. I try to do them Sunday through Thursday. Oh, there's a Kimba. Hi, Kimba Kim. And again, you can find all of those and rewatch them at dailybigcat.com. And then let's see, what else did I see scroll by? No, today is not my birthday, but that is this week. And I did just work out my birthday fundraiser with Jamie and Victor, and I will be letting Deb know what that is later today. And hopefully we can get that posted tomorrow to start that this week.
So stay tuned.
So stay tuned for that. And then we're gonna have an extra bonus live, probably 11:30 today. We had some special keepers that made some new fancy sickles, and we are going to hand some of those out and see some of the reactions to the cats for that. So we'll do another quick live for that.
I'm gonna watch that when I get home.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see about that.
And then weather permitting, there would still be the 2 o'clock singing Sunday as well. So, but let's hurry and get to Jasmine. I'm sure she's, oh, yep.
Are you ready?
Are you ready, lady?
Come on, kiddo.
Yay!
Oh, she's just, my heart.
Perfect, lady.
Ready?
Just go slow through the tunnel.
Okay.
There we go. All right, so this is going to be our last featured cat for Bridget's feeding tour. One of her faves.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness.
Okay, okay.
That bucket is...
It's a lot of food. Thank you. Ooh. Best for last? That's what we're gonna say right now anyway. Don't tell Aria.
I won't argue.
I'm like, don't tell Aria. So this is gonna take a minute. She's gotta lay out her chicken moat, or however she's gonna do that. I will show you. Miss Aria's over here rubbing on her enclosure, doing quite well. You guys are getting all kinds of little bonus cats today.
Okay. I gave you some red. That's dangerous, man.
She does.
Red. The only reason I say it's dangerous is because she likes to walk off with her red.
Yes, she does.
Not dangerous for her or us.
She likes to parade it around or hide it, and then when a keeper wants to take it back, that's a big no. It's a very big no.
She really does love to show off those pieces of red.
Yeah. For the vultures, right? It's just a ploy to get them to land somewhere near you.
Oh, I like that theory.
I think that's why she does it in vacation. I don't know about here, but...
Another big personality.
Ooh, a couple good growlies in there.
I know. I'm sorry, sweetie.
All right. So...
I can't remember. I think she gets like 10 or so at least.
Yeah, I think between 10 and 12.
I know Simba gets like 14. He did. Okay. There.
Well, if you guys missed any of this from the beginning, again, you can go to dailybigcat.com. We started out with Miss Priya, worked our way through some of the species, got ourselves all the way into Outback here with Jasmine. If you guys are interested in learning the backstories of any of these cats, you can do that at bigcatrescue.org/catbio. Do you want to quickly tell everybody the types of things that you look for when you are feeding the cats?
Absolutely. Especially with cats that have bones, I want to confirm that they are crunching those bones on both sides of their mouths, on both jaws, right and left. I want to make sure that they're not necessarily favoring one side over the other. I want to make sure that as I'm watching a cat eat, I'm not just watching them eat, but I'm looking over their entire body, you know, from tip to tail, nose to tail, ears, paws, toes, all of those things. I want to check their body condition. I'm looking for any scrapes or marks. As you had mentioned with Jinx, like we'll log that he ate a good chunk of food and then regurgitated and then did clean his plate, but it is for observation. If I see that there's a good amount of food left, like over half of their breakfast has been left by the cat, that will also get logged. Whether it's because it's so hot or because in this case for females they may be in heat, that is determined by higher ups from myself. But it's definitely something that we keep an eye on. Yeah, kind of basic, all over, check-in body condition, teeth, face, jaws. Oh, sweet girl.
Now it's the theme. We talked about it too much.
We did.
There you go. Gotta go slower.
Yeah, I know you were hungry, and I'm sorry you had to wait. I know a lot of people think that owning a tiger would be really awesome and rad, but there's a lot that people don't think about, and one of those is their diet. A lot of times in captivity, if you think about the Guatemalan circus tigers, they were fed what, like chicken necks or chicken feet?
Chicken feet,
Chicken feet as their primary diet. Our budget per cat is about $10,000 a year just on food. That doesn't include our medical costs for them. So a lot of things.
Yes. Gotta do more crunching.
A lot of things that people just don't take into consideration. They just think, oh, it's going to be really cool to have this big cat living in my house. And we've seen it time and time again that these cats are not fed proper diets. They don't get proper medical care. And
that's what's heartbreaking to me, is that people start out with them as cubs when they're the most fragile. That's when they need the most nutrients. That's when they need mothers, you know, care and teachings and all of that. And so people want them when they're little, and then as soon as they outgrow or start out eating the capacity that person can handle, that's when they get displaced into backyard, you know, menageries and roadside zoos, or even worse, sold for their parts and used as photo props, or, you know, neglected in people's basements and backyards. So that's what's heartbreaking to me, is during their most vital years, they're missing out.
You know, I think about like what my life would be. Obviously I wouldn't necessarily know, but how empty my life would be without Jasmine in it. But that doesn't mean that this is acceptable. It just means that I'm grateful she's found Big Cat Rescue, or she landed here, as opposed to where she could have ended up or where she had been. But would I rather see tigers living free in the wild as opposed to people's backyards? 150,000% yes. That is where they belong. That is where they need to be, not in homes or cages or backyards. And that is, I think, one of my favorite things about what we do here is our mission to end the private ownership, and our goal to essentially put ourselves out of business. And I think that it's why, you know, I keep coming back for these cats and standing up for these cats and talking about the Big Cat Public Safety Act, because it's so vitally important. You know, their habitats in the wild are dwindling, and there are more tigers living in people's backyards in the states of Texas and Florida combined than there are in the wild. And that to me just still as many years since I've known that, it still shocks me and, you know, like flabbergasts me.
Did one of those flies touch your nose?
Oh, babe, you got some droolies.
Yep, you sure did. You did good though. Don't have to pick anything up for you.
Nope. I think we've got clean plates all the way around.
Yeah, I agree. Well, if you guys want to help us end the private ownership and help us pass the Big Cat Public Safety Act, we're the closest we've ever been in the history of championing this bill. You guys can do that at bigcatact.com. It's never been easier to contact your representatives and ask them to co-sponsor the Big Cat Public Safety Act, and we've got a lot of momentum right now. Right, babe? So Jasmine would really appreciate it if you wanted to start your week off right and make the call of the wild for us. What? She's checking you out. That's possible. Did you fling meat on yourself?
I feel like you got a chunk of mush on you.
Hot mess lady.
I love you, but...
And get some water. Yeah, I know. All right. Well, thank you very much to anybody and everybody who donated. And thank you very much, Bridget.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I love hanging out with you. I try to play, like, we have a good time.
I was very excited to see you sign up. I don't think we did any virtual tours in July.
Oh.
There was just not enough people to guide, so I was really happy. So thank you. And thank you, Regina.
Thanks, Regina, for all your help.
Always our wonderful backup. And if you guys missed any of this, again, go to dailybigcat.com. and you can start it from the beginning. We'll probably see you in about an hour, hour and a half for another little special live. And then the rest of the week, weather permitting, should be pretty normal. So thank you guys. Have a good one.
Bye, guys.